Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
So today, Angry Bike Guy called me a fucking bitch, and I loved it. Let me rephrase that. I'm thankful that he did. Like, man, Karen is smoking something. I know she lives in BC. You can get weed anywhere. Like, is she partaking? No, it's none of that. It's none of that. Listen, I'm going to share something with you today, and there's going to be some things that I share that you may judge the fuck out of me. And I'm totally 100%, 99% okay with that. Because I think there's something valuable for you to see, and you're going to see what you need to see in this, right? So as soon as I got home from dropping off kids, my husband Ed right now is away, and went to see my chiropractor, adjustment, decompression, got some groceries. I popped my kids. I don't pop my kids. We are going on a plane tomorrow, 2 planes actually, to go visit my parents. It's my dad's 80th birthday. And basically be there like 24 hours and then come back home so we can see daddy. And got back home, and it's just like this story, this message has not left me. And so I know I need to get this out. This is the voice that speaks to me saying, you got to speak into this. There's something for you to really share in this. So here's what went down. And I got right out of my car. I walked across the street to the park, and just past the park is like beach park. We call it the beach park. There's a beach. And here I am looking at this ocean. So thankful. Okay. Walking on the beach. This is where I think best. So here's what happened. So I pull up at a light, and I'm at a stoplight, right? We're getting ready to turn left. I sometimes check my phone at a stoplight. I know, this is the part where some of you are going to judge the fuck out of me, right? But you should never be on your phones. I know. I hear you. And there's been a lot less of that. And I've noticed, just even from the aspect of, yes, I know it's not safe. I'm not texting and driving. But I would make, here's a couple of things in this piece. I would make justifications as to why I was doing it. I'm going to check on it, like, for me, Facebook, email and stuff, like, this is business, right? And so for me, with what I want in my life, having time for my children, there's times where I do what I often call, I do work and creation in the pockets, right? So when we were in a neighborhood where we could walk, I would walk my son to school. I would often record a podcast walking on the way home after dropping him off. Sometimes in the car, I'll just hold up my phone. I'll just kind of record, or sometimes it'll be wireless and I'll record as I'm driving. Like, I find time to get things done in those pockets. And that allows me to fit the things in that I want to fit in within my life. And so my justification, my reason, let's call it like it is, right? Excuse. Was that, well, I'm just going to check on a couple things right now because I'm going to be at this light. I'm going to keep checking back. I'm going to make sure that when it's green, I put the phone down, all that kind of good stuff. But it's still a distraction, right? I know. So I'm at the light, and the light's red, and I'm waiting to turn left, and there's just suddenly this pound on my window. Okay, so I'm driving, so I want you to just imagine this. On the passenger window, right? This guy's pounding. He's on a bike. And he's like yelling at me. You're on your fucking phone. You fucking bitch. You fucking fuck. Like, just like insane. And I'm like, whew, this is interesting. So I roll down my window, and the normal me, which is like, fuck you. But I said it very coolly. I said, my man, I'm not the kind of person that you want to mess with right now. Well, you take an angry bear and you now poke it with a stick, it's just going to get angrier. I see that now. My purpose was to diffuse, but apparently all it is light a fire. And so it continued. You're a fucking bitch, you stupid fucking. And then he drove off. I'm like, so, what do you do when you have a situation like that? Well, I was kind of, flustered isn't the word, that's not the right word. I was a little shaken. It was, I think it's a little much for someone to be that angry at you. Like, he's like pounding on my car, right? Like someone who, I know I can defend myself if someone comes after me. But there's still that feeling of like, wow, someone like really fucking hates me, like vehemently, that they could actually hurt me. In the middle of like an intersection, there's lots of people are kind of like, I could see expressions on people's faces afterwards, just kind of like, what the fuck was that? And it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know who's shitting his cornflakes today, but like, I triggered him, clearly. And so I drive to my chiropractor's office, and I thought about that. Now, my typical reaction, there's a couple of things of why this was such a great experience today. My typical reaction would be to explode back. Really explode back. I could give it just like he gave it. I remember actually being in the moment where he's swearing, yelling at me, going, wow, I wonder if that's how I looked at times when I just went off on people. I'm like, man, he's so out of control. I know what that feels like in my body, to have that kind of anger. Now, I'm not saying anger's bad. You can't express anger. Like, listen, emotions are emotions. But I know that when I would go to that place and I would allow myself, I would choose that, it didn't feel good at all in my body. It wasn't like I got stuff out. It was just like I stoked a fire of something that felt like shit. Didn't make me feel any better. Actually made me feel worse afterwards. So I drove in, saw my friend Craig, got checked, left. And even as I'm driving, like the last 30 seconds, was right around the corner from his office. I remember thinking, I'm like, what am I supposed to see in this? Because again, remember, as I just shared with you, my typical reaction would be, well, fuck you, and you don't fucking know, and I'm fucking busy, and I need to get shit done, and fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And I would cover it up with all of that. Because I didn't want to see maybe something that someone was showing me. It would piss me off. Because I wasn't open to really seeing in this, right? Now you might say, man, if someone's coming at you and threatening, like physically threatening, pounding on my window of my car, there's a time and a place to come back at them with that same intensity. This wasn't one of them. He's not gonna hurt me. He's in his car. He's a guy on a bike. I'm gonna refer to him, angry bike guy. Angry bike guy. So I could definitely come from the space of, who does he think he is, and what a fucking asshole, and what's his problem, all this stuff. But I was like, you know what? Today was different. And I listened. Now, I don't agree with I'm a fucking bitch. So how he sees me. Some people might see me. It is what that is. I'm not here on the planet to make people like me. I'm here on the planet to wake people the fuck up. I'm here to inspire and to lead and to show you a different way and a possibility and a way of living and being and creating your life based on how I live my life, what's worked for me. And I share with you these experiences obviously here on the podcast, like Angry Bike Guy. And so as I'm driving away and I'm going to get checked, and I'm like, there's a possibility that he's very right. Not the fucking bitch part, but yeah. I shouldn't be on my phone at a stoplight. Now, you might be nodding your head already and go, oh, actually, Karen, you are a fucking bitch. Like, you should know, and blah, blah, blah. I know. But listen, don't tell me you've never done it. Don't tell me that you've never, made choices that you're like, maybe not the best ones to be making. I'm just going to be honest about it. And I'm going to put myself into the fire knowing that I'm going to get some hate from this. Because I think there's something that I saw that I think is valuable for you. And that, again, the two things was this, is number one, I didn't explode and react back. I was actually really open to what he was saying. Again, not the, I'm a fucking bitch, but like, maybe I'm supposed to see something in this experience right now. What is it? What am I supposed to see? And the second piece of this is I've like very recently been like, I'm just like now I listen to podcasts on my phone, right? Or if I'm with the kids, they want to listen to like Moana or Trolls or like some music they like from whatever the recent movie that's really hot in my house, frozen. And so I'll have it next to me because I'm like, listen to podcasts, listen to music. But I very much like stopped doing that stuff because I'm like, it doesn't feel good to me. I feel very distracted. It makes me feel like stressed, and it's not what you think. It's not like it's just for me, it's important to have like a chunk of time. I'll go and then I'll check on Facebook and post. I'll go and respond back to emails, and it's just not really efficient for me to be like checking in here and there. But what I saw in this moment as well too is that the distractions in my life need to go. Like, they don't serve me. I think, in my mind, I go, well, I've got a minute. I'm going to, like, respond back to a couple of these things on Facebook, or I'm going to comment on this thing, or I'm going to read something. And fool myself into believing that I'm gaining time. I'm getting ahead by doing this. I'm finding stuff to do in the pockets. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's not true. It's not true at all. It doesn't give me what I want. It's crazy, right? How sometimes we have to be hit over the head with something, or have an angry bike guy pounding on your car window, spewing obscenities at you, judging you. And sometimes that's the time that actually we wake up, and we can choose to have those experiences and still say, what an asshole. I agree. Angry bike guy probably could have come at it in a different way. But would I have had the same experience? Would I have had the same response? Would I have had the same insight and revelation and willingness for me to be honest with myself? Because that's really what it comes down to, right? We know the truth. The truth is the truth is the truth. It's not your truth or my truth or their truth. It's the truth. And the truth is that doesn't serve me on many levels to do that. He was right. He was right. So here's your more tip for today. FYI, if there's like the slight chance that Angry Bike Guy hears this podcast, like sincerely, not sarcastically, not passive-aggressively, sincerely, thank you. Thank you. There are coaches and teachers and messages all around you. Did you know that, sister? Are you hearing them? Are you seeing them? It's everywhere if you choose to see it. So your more tip for today is this. Where have you been avoiding the message of the angry bike guy in your life? The message that's coming at you that you were deflecting and you were saying, fuck you back, and they don't know what they're talking about, and when really there's something for you to see. So what experience is that in your life? What area of your life? What message are you resisting, pushing against, saying fuck this to it? Because there's a truth that you don't really want to see. And I want you to journal about that and really see what insights come up for you from that. And here's something even awesome. I'm going to give you a journal for free. But Karen, I don't have a journal. All right. Then I will give you one. How about that? How about that? So there are a certain number of my limited edition 1, 2 more journals I'm giving away for free. For free. You just take care of the shipping and I will send the rest. And there's going to be a couple surprises in there too. I'm just saying. So here's where you need to go to drkarenosborn.com/free journal. DRKARENOSBURN.com/free journal. And I will send that to you in the next few weeks. So I will talk to you in the next episode, sister. A life of more is just one step away from you doing the fucking work and being opening to the messages that are coming around you, even if it's from the angry bike guy. Every single day. Love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.